Hello grade 8. In last video we talked about the operations on the real numbers. In this video we'll talk about operations on the square root. Operations on the square root. Unit 1, lesson 6 in algebra, okay? So the first property here, if A and P are two non-negative real numbers, then root A times root P equals root AP. For example, root 3 times root 12 equals root 3 times 12 equals 36. So equals root 36. And we know 36 is perfect square. Root 36 equals 6. In the first property here, we can multiply two unlike algebraic terms, okay? But in the addition, we cannot add two unlike terms. But the multiplication, we can make it, okay? The second property, root A divided root P equals square root A over P. Take care, where P not equal to 0, okay? For example, root A divided root 2 equals square root 8 over 2 equals 8 over 2 equals 4, so root 4 equals 2. The third property, root A divided root P. This property we use it to make the denominator with a whole number or as an integer's number. So I will multiply this fraction by the root in the denominator. Here the number in the denominator root P. So I will multiply root A over root P with root P up and down, okay? And from the first property, root A times root P equals root AP. And root P times root P equals P. So root A over root P equals root AP over P, where P not equal to 0. For example, root 2 over root 5. Here is the denominator root 5. And I need to write the fractions with the denominator in the whole number, okay? I need to make the denominator as a whole number. So I will multiply root 2 over root 5 by root 5 up and down, okay? So root 2 times root 5 equals root 10. Root 5 times root 5 equals 5. So root 2 over root 5 equals root 10 over 5, where P not equal to 0, okay? Now, the second or the next property, square root A power 2 plus P power 2 not equal A plus P. Also, root A squared minus B squared not equal A minus B. For example, okay, to understand this property, here you have the square root 6 squared plus 8 squared equals not equal 6 plus 8. It's wrong. Because what? Because 6 power 2 equals 36 and 8 power 2 equals 64, okay? So root 6 squared plus 8 squared equals square root 100, okay? And square root 100 equals what? Equals 10, okay? Equals 10. Now, for example, here, the second part, sorry, A root P. You can simplify. Okay. Here, A over P equals root A power 2P. Here, A outside the root, the square root. I need 2 inside the root, okay? So if I talk about the sample or variable, I will multiply its power by 2. I will multiply its power by 2. Here a power 1. 1 times 2 equals 2. So I will put a inside the power with a power inside the square root by a power 2. So a root p becomes what? Becomes square root a power p. For example, 2 root half equals, we can inside 2, inside this, we can inside 2, inside this square root, okay? So 2 becomes what? Under the root becomes 4, okay? The perfect square of 2 is 4, and the perfect square of 3, 9. Perfect square of 5, 25, okay? So equals 4 times half equals root 2, okay? Now, example number 1, simplify to the simplest form. Simplify to the simplest form. The first one, root 75 minus 2 root 27 plus root 3. Now I need to simplify. I can find root 75 without calculator. Okay, yes. In the first, you can factorize 75 into its prime factor. Like what? Like this. Here, I will simplify 75, okay? 75. 75 divisible by 5 or divisible by 3. So 75 divided by 5. 75 divided by 5 equals 15. Equals 15, okay? And also 15 divisible by 5. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3, okay? 3 divisible by 3 equals 1, okay? So you can write 75 equals 3 times 25, okay? 5 times 5. I will take 5 in one group, and I will take to make a what? To make it perfect square. So 75 equals 3 times 25, okay? So 75 equals 25 times 3. And also negative 2 root 27. I will what? I will factorize 27 into its prime factors. 27. Yes, divisible by 3. So 27 divided by 3 equals 9. 9 divisible by 3 equals 3. Also 3 divisible by 3. So 3 divided 3 equals 1. So I can write 27 equals what? Equals 3 times 9. Okay. So 27 equals 3 times 9. Okay. And root 7 as the same. Now, the square, I will distribute the square root over the multiplication. The square root of 25 equals 5. Square root of 3 equals root 3. Minus root 9 equals what? Equals 3. 3 times 2 equals 6. Root 3 plus root 3, okay? Now, I will solve it in the simplest form. It's easy, okay? 5 minus 6 plus 1 equals what? Equals 0, okay? 5 plus 1 equals 6. 6 minus 6 equals 0, okay? So the answer of the first one equals 0. Same idea here in this exercise, okay? 2 root 50 minus 3 root 2 minus 4 root 1 over 8. The same idea here, you can factorize 50 into its prime factor. We get 2 times 25 equals 50, okay? Here is this problem. If you inside 4 under the root, 4 becomes what? Becomes 16. The perfect square of 4 is 16. So root 16 over 8 equals 2, equals root 2. So 10, because root 25 here, okay, equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10 root 2, okay? Minus 3 root 2 minus root 2, okay? 10 minus 3 minus 1, okay? All of them root 2, okay? All of them like algebraic terms. So 10 minus 3 minus 1 equals 6. What equals? Equals 6 root 2, okay? Example number 5, find the result of each of the following here. 2 root 3 times root 6 plus 5, the distribution part, okay? So, I will multiply 2 root 3 with root 6. Then I will multiply 2 root 3 with 5, okay? Equals 2 root 3 times 6 plus 2 root 3 times 5, okay? Root 3 times root 6 equals root 18, okay? 2 root 18 plus 10, 2 times 5 equals 10 root 3. Here you can simplify root 18 to root 2 times 9, okay? By factorize 18 into its prime factor. Now we will distribute the root over the multiplication. Root 9 equals what? Equals 3. 3 times 2 equals 6 root 2 plus 10 root 3. The second exercise, 3 root 2 minus 5 times 3 root 2 plus 5, okay. Now, we can remember the difference between two squares, okay? Two brackets like them in everything, only different in the sign, all of them positive and the other is negative, okay? So it is what? It is difference between two squares, okay? So grade 8, I said what? I said this called difference between two squares. So I will what? I will find the square of the first number minus the square of the second number, okay? So here I will distribute the square of the two numbers. So root 3 root power 2 and root 2 power 2 minus 5 power 2, okay? So we get 3 power 2 equals 9 and root 2 power 2 equals 2. 2 times 9 equals 18 minus 5 power 2 equals 25. So 18 minus 25 equals negative 7, okay? Example number 3 here, make the denominator and integers. Make the denominator as integers, okay? So first one, 5 root 3 divided 2 root 5. I said what? Here is the denominator root 5. So I will multiply this fraction by root 5 up and down like this, okay? So 5 root 3 times root 5 equals root 3 times root 5 equals root 15. So equals 5 root 15. Root 5 times root 5 equals 5 times 2 equals 10, okay? I will simplify it, equals root 15 over 2. So 5 root 3 over 2 root 5 equals root 15 over 2. The second problems, 1 plus root 3 divided 3 root 3. I need what? I need to make the denominator an integer's number. So I will multiply by root 3 up and down, okay? Because root 3 is the denominator. So 1 plus root 3 divided 3 root 3 times root 3 over root 3. Okay. 1 times root 3 equals root 3. Root 3 times root 3 equals 3. And root 3 times root 3 equals 3 times 3 equals 9. So 1 plus root 3 over 3 root 3 equals root 3 plus 3 over 9. Okay? Thank you for your listening. Goodbye.